inflation everywhere, in the United States even, and you're predicting that will even have impact maybe in new bills. That means $500 bill, you said, maybe we can expect in the future. That means inflation is inevitable in the future for European Union also and United States.
Yeah, look, you end up, war always produces inflation. Historically, you can go back to ancient times. The Lydia, was the city that, created coins around 700 BC, and they went to war with Persia, and their coins started being debased right away. So it's always that story. But the other side of this is that because of COVID and everything else, then you had like bird flu, and you have these politicians, oh, kill your chickens. Oh, the price of eggs went up. Oh, so it's the stores that are bad. No, it's because you told them to kill the chickens. And so you have shortages that have been around. We had clients, one had to kill 30,000 chickens. He couldn't get food for them during COVID, and the trucks weren't working, so he couldn't even send them to market. So he had to euthanize them. That was it. They don't look at the decisions that they're making. That's why I say politicians are not, they're not qualified for the jobs that they actually do. Rarely do I ever find someone that is. So inflation is basically a systemic problem, but the U.S. will move more and Europe into stagflation, where the inflation rate rises above that of economic growth.
Yeah. Well, it's economically logical. If you have a huge inflation, if you have stagflation, as you know, we need some tools to influence, but there is no more tools to influence on monetary system because we already spend all of them. But it seems that they are offering some new solutions, especially in Europe, and they call it central bank digital currency. It's programmable money, and this money can offer monetary power to influence directly on each account, to maybe suppress inflation, whatever, even to control the way of spending. What do you think about this implementation of central bank digital euro?
It's, again, the fact that they're even doing this proves that they're out of control. All right, it's capital controls. That's what this is about. You just had Spain put in that you can't take more than 3,000 euros out of your account without government permission. The Europe, including Britain and even Canada, have routinely canceled their paper currencies. The United States has never done that. That's why, in part, the U.S. dollar is the reserve currency. About 70% of the paper dollars are actually outside the United States. And this is what Trump's $500 bill is about. He understands that Europe is going to cancel its currency with these CBDCs, maybe even as soon as January. Once that happens, and then you introduce war, which appears to be coming next year, that will be capital controls. So you won't be able to get any money out. If you look at World War I, what did they do? They shut down all the European stock markets to prevent you from selling, getting anything out. So that's what the CBDC is really for. It's not economically better than paper currency. It just gives the government more control. They can control what you buy, what you spend, and they can prevent money from moving. And that's what this is all about. They will probably cancel not just the paper currency, but all cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, etc. Bitcoin has been more of a money laundering item. That's how it got all its volume coming out of China. The Chinese figured out they could buy Bitcoin in China and sell it in the United States, and then the money's outside. Canadians are doing it. Europeans are using it right now. That's part of why Bitcoin is going up so much. It's not that it's this great thing. It's a very clever. People have been using it for money laundering to get money to move it out of the countries. That's what's going on with it. So I would suspect that the EU will cancel all cryptocurrency to prevent that, because this is all about keeping money in Europe. It's about, you've already had Ursula come out and said that to pay for the war, they will confiscate some of the money of unused assets of private people. That's what caused the German hyperinflation. Most people don't realize that. But in December 1922, you can buy these bonds on eBay. All right. The government essentially confiscated 10% of everybody's assets, and they handed them a bond to make the reparation payments. That's why the hyperinflation came in 23. If the government goes in and takes 10% of your account, what are you going to do with the rest of it? It might come back again. People start moving money out very rapidly. Then if you look at Adolf Hitler, when he comes in 1933, he passes a law. That law is that Germans can no longer have an account outside of Germany. He was trying to bring the money back, right? Then what happens in 1934? Switzerland creates the secret numbered account to protect the Germans. All right, so it was all about this money that had left the country in the 1920s, which caused the hyperinflation. The economy got so bad, that's why they turned to Hitler. And then Hitler tried to bring it back. And so, I mean, I see the EU following the same pattern.
Yeah.
They'll cancel the currency and use these CBDCs, and you won't be able to get anything out.
I had an interview with Professor Richard Werner. He explained exactly how they can take this, as you said, 10% of our assets, according to the statement of Ursula von der Leyen, and anybody who watching this show can go and listen what Richard Werner said.